Oh, that was a cool hit. Welcome back to another episode of Bassin with Captain Lou with AE Fishing. My last video was about swim bait strategies. Well, today's video is all about swim jig strategies. You guys may want to check out this video. It has been a fun day. Okay. Another one, healthy. Another healthy fish. They're starting to come to life. And if they're starting to come to life on a swim jig, that means the big ones are going to start coming to life too. And this is a big fish catcher for sure. So why the swim jig? Well, it's one of the best imitators of forage out here in the Everglades. I mean, look at this profile right here. I mean, it looks like a nice brim or a sunfish. It depends on, of course, what kind of trailer you put on there. But nonetheless, the profile just attracts big bass. Now, have I caught a big bass today? Not yet, but I am catching some decent fish. So stick around because I'm gonna go ahead and break down the bite with the swim jig today. Out here in the glades, you know when you're gonna start getting into a hot bite, when you start getting strikes almost every cast. So what I'm doing is I'm doing fan casting. I'm doing 360 degrees. I haven't moved from this location over the last half hour. As soon as I entered this flat, the fish started popping with this swim jig. So I'm just gonna work this area very thoroughly, and let's see if I can pull out a big one. Oh. Another one. It's moving. But here's what I like seeing. Look how deep they're taking this swim jig. I mean, they're hitting it hard. It's a hard thump and they're just taking it. This is a good thing. So here's what I got going on. I have a 1/4 ounce swim jig, black and blue, with a swim bait, a little easy swim bait trailer. And all I'm basically doing is I'm swimming it through the vegetation at a moderate pace. I'm not burning it. I'm not fishing it slowly. The water here is only about anywhere between 2.5 to 3 feet is the water here. So I'm not fishing the bottom. My bottom consistency consists of pepper grass and some other type of grass that I don't know, but it's pepper grass. It's matted vegetation on the bottom. And so far the bass are hitting this thing very aggressively, which is a very good sign. So right off the bat, you're gonna notice some differences when I swim jig fish, and that is my trailer and my swim jig are contrast each other. I like to give a little bit of a contrast. I think it just stands out a little bit for me. In this case, like I mentioned, I'm using a little easy. This one I think it's like a salt and pepper or one of those combinations with a black blue Seabird Outdoors swim jig. And I just like giving those two-tone colors a little bit of a different look to these fish, and so far it seems to be working. If you're enjoying this swim jig content, smash that subscribe button now. There he is. We're cooking now, guys. Oh man. Listen to me. I know they're not big, so you guys could save those comments, but man, that is fun. Catching bass with a swim jig inside of vegetation. Fun. So just to give you guys an idea of what is it that I'm fishing, check this out. Look at that. You see that? Different types of vegetation. So I'm fishing vegetation within vegetation. Remember that little theme? And as far as you could see, it's all different types of vegetation in pockets. So what's happening is that those bass are inside these pockets. And again, we're going through a unique situation right now. We're like in a combination of the spawn stages. We're pre-spawning and post right now. It's all three, which is the best because you could have roaming females looking for a meal, or you could have roaming females looking for their nest and looking to feed in between. So right now, it's a pretty good culmination of the best of all worlds. There it is. It's thick in the grass. Another 2-pounder. I crossed his eyes. His eyes are literally crossed. There it is. He's okay. But I literally did cross his eyes. I mean, another 2-pounder on the swim jig. Here, so let me show you guys basically what I did. Instead of taking the camera off, let me just turn the boat around. You guys see that pepper grass and those pencil reeds? He was in there, and that in the thick of it, and the bait went heavy pretty fast. This is a pretty stout hook, and this is a heavy rod, so I laid into him pretty hard. Again, I don't know that those fish are small. It's shallow, it's thick, I gotta lay into them. But so far, the swim jig is doing great. The weed guard is doing fantastic. I have it pretty long, as you guys could see, so that I could go through that vegetation. So far, I'm liking it. Now, as far as my gear is concerned, I'm fishing with a Sitka 45-pound braid, and this is a MHX heavy powered rod. This is a 7'3". I like longer rods in regards to when it comes to fishing vegetation, and in this type of stuff, you need a heavy rod to really wrestle them out. Oh, that was a cool hit. Oh, that was a cool hit. That's my first miss. Tore up my swim bait. That's my first miss on the swim jig. What was cool about that hit was that the fish hit, it like jumped vertically at it. But by the time I set the hook, it was already deep in the grass, and the hook pulled loose. But that's pretty fun when they're acrobatic like that. So the swim jig caught me the biggest fish today. No giants, but they were the biggest fish today. But nonetheless, it's a fun lure. It catches you nice fish. It's very versatile, especially inside a cover. And I hope you guys picked up a few neat little tips and tricks from today's video. I appreciate you guys for watching. Like the video, share the video, better yet, subscribe. The community is growing leaps and bounds. We are doing fantastic, and I want you guys to be part of that growth. Take care of yourselves.